by accident, as it were. So now I live in Toronto, Dave lives in Halifax, and we've continued most of our friendship. We're older than many of you, and so we don't fight, so we don't, our thumbs haven't evolved to catch. So we talk on the telephone, and we talk in poems. Sometimes we'll have entire conversations that are just poems. So what we do as Bards on Bikes is we recreate conversations. So I'll do a poem, Dave will do a poem, and sometimes that, we might spend several hours just going back and forth, and we try to put together a theme. So the theme for tonight is bikers, lovers, and madmen. And we're kind of spanning the space of about the middle of the 16th century to modern day poetry. Now we don't introduce any of the poets because we do the reading just like we do our conversation, just back and forth. So if you want to know what poems and what poets, we'll talk to you about them later, but the conversation is just how it occurs. We're doing some new ones tonight, some poems that we've just, Pat was laughing as he drove us here because I was changing what we were doing on the way. So with that, I'm just going to, if I can find this card, jump right in with Thy wisdom speaks in me and bids me dare beacon the rocks on which high hearts are wrecked. I never was attracted to that great sect whose doctrine is that each one should select out of the crowd a mistress or a friend, and all the rest confined to cold oblivion. Though it is the code of modern morals and the beaten road which those poor slaves with weary footsteps tread, who travel to their home among the dead on the broad highway of the world, and so with one chained friend, perhaps a jealous foe, the dreariest and the longest journey go.
Two roads diverge in the yellow road. Be one traveler along that street. Look down one as far as I could to where it bids her. Then took the other as just as fair, having perhaps a better friend. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. The lass without the castle there had worn them really about the same way. Both that morning before lay, the leaves no step and trod in black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how it leads on the way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be coming to the side. Somewhere age and ages hence. Two roads diverge from the wood. And I took the one that's right. As involved in difference.
You are mistaken. I am neither a lecturer nor a womanizer. If I'm crazy about women, it's for the beauty. Beauty that blinds my gaze to everything except lips, eyes, breasts, and roils my blood with a delicious venom. When the fit is on me, I am their slave, their man Friday. They can do with me as they will, and to their absurdest wish, I am as malleable as putty, more pliant than straw. For their ally is not beauty alone, but the scantness of sense or purpose I find in the remotest curved niche of the universe. Whoever framed its empty immensities didn't reckon on a man's reason or conscience or the unassuageable ache in my heart. Women and poems are my sole chance here to give a spelling breath, shape and contour, and fable it with meaning. I place on the brow of every woman I love a crown made from the choicest words. I dress her like a woodland queen with trope and metaphor. My desperation blossoms into garlands braceleting her wrist. My sick despair with the flowering anklets. I plug the void with my phallus, and making love on bed or carpet, you transfigure pitch black nothingness in tame puma whose whiskers we stroke between enrapturing kisses.
Every inch of her supple, soft legs wrapped around me, her lovely arms holding on. I'm sure I'm not going too fast. It's sometimes a thing I do, but I pick it up a bit anyway while I'm working the curves and then slow down a bit too. I want to be sure she's enjoying it. Sure, I know there's that old saying, it's so bad he'd even sleep with the rabbi's wife. But this, it's not done, she had protested. But is it written, I asked. Which made her laugh, showing a smile so beautiful, it seemed a shame to cover it with a full-face helmet that I slipped over her head as she asked about the rules. Rules, I laughed. If you wanted to follow the rules, Ribbitson, you shouldn't have agreed to come for a ride on a motorcycle.
Said Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorcycle. Girl could feel really special on any such license, said James to Red Molly. Well, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning, 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes and seen red hair and black leather. My favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind and down to Box Hill Drive, said James to Red Molly. Here's a ring for your right hand, but I'll tell you in earnest. I'm a dangerous man. I've fought the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man to buy my Vincent machine. Now I'm 21. I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, then I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Molly, called Sergeant McCrae, for they've taken young James for armed robbery. A shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing inside. Oh, come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry and said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Says James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world that beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time still fine. And this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. The glorious lamp of heaven to the sun, the higher he's a getting, the sooner will his race be run, the nearer he's to set. That age is best which is the first, and youth and blood are warmer. The being spent, the worse and worse minds still succeed the former. Then be not coy, but use your time, and while ye may go marry, for having lost at once your prime, you may forever tarry.
I'm not a dirty old man. Oh, I'm not at all what men say I am. For I'm not wild over breasts and lies. Before the sweetest clap, my nerves are calm. Be warned, my love. Be warned. Do not stay. I'm a vampire who will drain your youthful blood for poems to feed his immortality. Who will give you horrid fangs and make you mad. Young girls are what melts the ice in my veins. Their sighs, loving glances are what I need. When they awake my wanton lust for truth, not rival death himself will stay my greed. And your daisy loveliness is your doom. Run, my darling, run far away and hide, for I'm cursed to turn beauty into truth, and you, my sweet, into my spectral bride. Ah, no, do not run. But if you love me, and my accursed lineage and my lust, if you would see them wither into dust, drive the straight through my heart, and let me die.
If I was feeling down, I'd use a crane to pick me up. Then God, the shepherd has fucked up my tail, said the 10-peckered Indian, as we sailed across the lake in a plastic bag in this canoe. Sure, I'd bang a moose, and many times I tried to use a codfish to slap some sense into the world, or give it some pearls, or a full-fledged friendship. Guilty as charged.
proper way to eat the fig in society is to split it in four, holding it by the stump and open it so that it is glittering, rosy, moist, honey, heavy-petaled, four-petaled flower. And then you throw away the skin after you have taken off the blossom with your lips. But the vulgar way is just to put your mouth to the crack and take out the flesh and butter crust. Every fruit has its secret. The fig is a very secretive fruit. As you see it standing, growing, you feel at once that it's symbolic. And it seems male. But when you come to know it, you agree with the Romans. It is female. The Italians vulgarly say it stands for the female part. The fig fruit, the fissure, the yoni, the wonderful moist conductivity towards the center, involved, in turn, the flowering all inward and room for brill, and one orifice. The fig, the horseshoe, the squash blossom, symbols. There was a flower that flowered inward, wombward. Now there is a fruit like a ripe womb. It was always a secret. That's how it should be. The female should always be secret. There never was any standing aloft and unfolded on a bough like other flowers in a revelation of petals, silver, pink, peach, Venetian, green glass of medlars and sword apples, shallow wine cups on short bulging stems, openly pledging heavens. Here is to uppers, here is to the thorn and flower, the brave, adventurous rosacea. Folded upon itself, secret, unutterable, in milky sap. Sap that curdles milk and makes ricotta. Sap that smells strange on your fingers that even goats won't taste it. Folded upon itself, enclosed like any Mohammedan woman, its nakedness all within walls, its flowering forever unseen, one small way of access only, and this closed curtain to the light. Fig, fruit of the female mystery, Mediterranean fruit with your covert nakedness, where everything happens invisible, flowering, fertilization, and fruiting, in the inwardness of your you that I will never see till it's finished and you're overripe, and you burst to give up your ghost till the drop of ripeness exudes and the year is over. And when the fig has kept her secret long enough, so it explodes. And you see through the fissure the scarlet, and the fig is finished. The year is over. That's how the fig dies. Showing her crimson through the purple slit like a wound, the exposure of her secret on the open day like a prostitute, the bursting fig making a show of her secret. That's how women die too. The year is fallen over ripe. The year of our women. The year of our women is fallen over ripe. The secret is laid bare and rottenness soon sets in. The year of our women is fallen over ripe. When Eve once knew in her mind that she was naked, she quickly sewed fig leaves and sewed the same for the man. She'd been naked all her days before, but till then, till that apple of knowledge, she hadn't got the fact on her mind. She got the fact on her mind and quickly sewed fig leaves. And women have been sewing ever since. But now they sew to adorn the bursting fig, not to cover. They have their nakedness more on their minds than ever, and they won't let us forget it. Now the secret becomes an affirmation through moist scarlet lips that laughed at the Lord's invitation. What then, good Lord? Cried the women. We have kept their secret long enough. We are a ripe fig. Let us burst into affirmation. They forget. Ripe figs won't keep. Ripe figs won't keep. Honey white figs of the north, black figs with scarlet inside of the south. Ripe figs won't keep in any climate. What then, when women the world over have all bursted into affirmation and bursting figs won't keep?
Some dogs who sleep at night in a stream of bones, and I remember your bones, in flesh and dust, in that dark green dress and those high-heeled bright black shoes. You always cursed when you drank, your hair coming down, you wanted to explode out of what was holding you. Rotten memories of a rotten past, and you finally got out by 9, leaving me with the rotten present. You've been dead 28 years, you don't remember you better than any of the rest. You're the only one who understood the utility of the arrangements of life. All the others were only displeased with trivial segments, dark nonsensically about nonsense. Jane, you were killed by knowing too much. Here's a drink to your bones, but this dog still dreams.
This is the female form. The divine nimbus exhales its at the foot. It attracts with fierce undeniable attraction, and drawn by its breath as if I were no more than a helpless vapor. All falls aside with myself in it. Books, art, time, physical and solid earth, and what was expected of heaven or feared of hell are now consumed. Mad filaments, ungovernable shoots play out of it. The response, likewise, ungovernable. Hairs, bosoms, hips, bend of legs, negligent falling of hands, all diffused. Mine too diffused. Ebb stung by the flow and flow stung by the ebb. Love flesh, swelling and deliciously aching, limitless, limpid jets of love, hot and enormous quivering jelly of love, white glow and delirious juice. Bridegroom, night of love, working surely and softly into the prostrate dawn, undulating into the willing and yielding day, lost and pleased like the past clasping sweet fleshed day. Be not ashamed, women. Your privilege imposes the rest. It is the exit of the rest. You are the gates of the body, and you are the gates of the soul. The female contains all qualities and tempers them. She is in her place and moves with perfect balance. She is in all things duly veiled. She is both passive and active. She is to conceive daughters as well as sons, and sons as well as daughters. As I see my soul reflected in nature, as I see through a mist, one with inexpressible completeness, sanity, beauty, see the bent head and arms folded over the breast, the female I see.
Autumn is over the fallen leaves that love us, and over the mice in the burning shoes. Yellow the leaves of the rowan grass, and yellow the wet wild strawberry leaves. The hour of the waning of love has beset us, and weary and worn are our sad souls now. Let us part ere the season of passion forget us, for the kiss and the tear on my drooping brow.
Like good women, it doesn't always happen. And when it does, it doesn't always last. Man is more stable. If he's bad, there's more chance he'll stay that way. Or if he's good, he might hang on. But a woman is changed by children, age, diet, conversation, sex, the moon, the absence or presence of the sun, or good times. A woman must be nursed by love. Here, a man can become stronger by being hated. I'm drinking tonight in Spangler's bar, and I remember the cows I once painted in art class. They look good. They look better than anything in here. I'm drinking in Spangler's bar, wondering which to love and which to hate. But the rules are gone. I love and hate only myself. They stand outside me like a corner, drop from the table and rolling away. It's what I've got to decide. Love myself or kill myself? Which is the treason? Where is the information coming from? Books? Like broken glass? I wouldn't wipe my ass with them. Yet it's getting darker, see? We drink here and speak to each other and seem knowing. Buy the cow with the biggest hips. Buy the cow with the biggest rump. Present arms. The bartender slides me a beer. It runs down the bar like an Olympic sprinter and the pair of players that is my hand. Stops it, lifts it, goals and tests of dull temptation. I drink and stand there. The weather's bad for cows. But my brush is ready. Oh my God. Okay, my brush is ready. There we go. My brush is ready to stroke up the green grass straw. Sadness takes me all over. And I drink the beer straight down, order a shot fast to give me the guts and the lungs to go on.
I am worn out with dreams. Weather-worn marble trifling among the screens. And all day long I look upon this lady's beauty. Pleased to have filled the eyes or the deceased hearts. Delightful people wise. From many and yet, is this the dream or the truth? Oh, would that we had met my burning youth. When I grow old in my dreams, weather-worn trifling among the screens.
Out of the night it covers me.
Black as the pit and cold as the
Thanks to God may be for my unconquerable soul.
in the dull touch of circumstance,
I have not winced nor cried aloud.
and the bludgeonings of chance.
My head is bloody but unbowed.
Beyond this place of wrath and tears,
Looms but the horror of a shade.
and yet the menace of the years finds,
Shall find me unafraid.
that is not how state the gate.
Charged with punishment to scroll.
I am the master of my fate.
I am the captain of my soul. Yeah, so I know Sue recognized Bukowski in there because he's sort of recognizable in the moment you're drinking in Spangler's bar. So, yeah, we're happy to take questions, do some random poems, whatever.
Anyone have any questions about the songs or about what these guys are doing or any comments? Because you're in the company of, like, I think it's a pretty great paradox, motorcycles and poetry, and reciting poetry, which makes me nervous, but never in these guys' present space. Look at you. Don't be shy. If you're shy, just close your eyes and flirt. How often do you guys perform?
How long have we performed?
How often you
How often? So, we do joint performances at the River John Literary Festival. A couple times last year. And random acts of poetry whenever we're together. I'm in Toronto, we're not together that often, but sometimes we'll be at a party, we'll do some poems for people. Most of what we do is solo, so Dave does a lot more street poetry than I do. But I started to do it like Dave, so I did a lot of riding on my bike this summer. Took my daughter on a long trip, and I found myself when you pull up to Tim Hortons and there's all the day trippers there, just wanting to go over and do a poem. So more and more I'm doing that. I stopped in at a campsite I was telling Halifax last year, and I did a poem by I can't think of which one it was, but there was a big furry man sitting there. This is just, I was up camping and there was this group of guys sitting around the fire, so I joined them. Great big guys, and sitting there with Jarvis, you know, and he's sitting there, and another guy, they do a poem, which I really learned from Dave, because Dave Dave will walk up to anybody anywhere and say, can I do a poem for you? Like sometimes people run away, they get scared. You pull up on a very loud Harley, and people, you know, they don't say, oh, look, a poem. So I've been learning from Dave, so he do that more. So I went up to this guy sitting there, and I did this poem, and he came up afterwards and said, that was so amazing, so beautiful. Can you tell me the name of who that was? This guy, I gave him my email address. After that weekend, he thought he sent the poem to everybody that he knew. It was just like life-changing. And I thought, okay, this guy, he's going to say, okay, sit down or, you know, or fight or something. So most of our joint stuff has been really on. We were supposed to do Craving with Gary and Bruce. We were to be there in the evening to do a nighttime poetry reading, but we thought evening started. Like in Toronto, for example, it starts at midnight. So we got there at 11, but Tatamagouche closes at 9. So it's a little bit more
some of my travels as the Harley Davidson poet as I'm going to be. I lived in Lower Sackville near a high school, and I was out walking about 2 years ago. And I'm walking by, and there was a smoking shelter or something like that. The kids were in there smoking, maybe drinking, God knows what they were doing. But anyway, I stopped by and said, anybody like to take a poem? And two or three of them said, yeah, I would. And I did a couple of poems. And as I'm doing it, doing the poems, the crowd went into the pre-tour. They all came to the woods. And they were drinking, smoking, God knows what, I don't care. But there was one guy, and he had a skateboard. And he was really disruptive. And he was working with a skateboard and making it hard for me to recite. And I just looked at him at one point and said, would you possibly be able to allow me to go ahead? And all his friends looked at him like a setter of the scented quail, as if to say, you shut up and take it. And they let me go. And so anyway, this has gone on a number of times, and I met these young students, but the best time was recently. And I was walking by, and there they were, and they were having a good old time. And one of them ran out and said, hey, poetry guy. Beautiful young girl, 20 or whatever the hell she is. And I said, that's me. And off I went and started doing some poetry. As I'm doing the poetry, a police car comes in front of us. And I can hear them all, many of them going, oh my God, I just smoked a joint, or I just drank some liquor, or whatever, we're all in trouble. I just said to the kids, don't worry about it, I got it handled. So as the class is coming along, I just start reciting two rows, diversity, yellow wood, and I'm just going full tilt at him, as loud as I can. And as he's coming towards me, as he said something, I just put my finger up like that. And he came walking up, and as I finished, I walked over and shook his hand, and I said, I just want to let you know that I hang out with these young people once in a while. I just stopped by and recite poetry for them, and I hope that whatever your business you have with them is a positive one. I went. And I was soon to sing today. Power of poetry.
Anybody else have any questions? Can you recite together? Do you usually pick a theme?
Well, yes, we always pick a theme. So we've done songs and sons, we've done heartbreak, heartbreak's a big theme. I mean, even bikers get their heart broken like cowboys. Right? No. Yeah. Never give all the heart.
For love with heart is the same word taking of.
So they never dream that it fades out from kiss to kiss.
For love with heart is the same word taking of. For passionate women.
They never dream that it fades out from kiss to kiss and everything that's lovely. But
the dreamy kind of love.
Oh, never give the heart outright.
For they, for all smooth lips can say,
have given their hearts up to the play.
And who could play it well enough if deaf, dumb, and blind with love?
He that made this knows all the costs, for he gave all his heart
and he lost.
So that's one one of our favorite poems. Can I just share the story, our restaurant story?
Yes.